Alright, hey, how's it going everyone? Justin again, as always. Thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the top 20 tools that I have on my wish list on Amazon. And I'm looking to get these tools over a period of time. So I'm not looking to buy them right away. These are just some of the tools that I've been looking at that would help me at the independent shop, especially with a lot of the work that I've been doing. But we'll talk about that as we start looking at some of the tools. So first tool, as you can see here on the main screen, is the Pentastar camshaft phaser lock tool timing chain set. Now I haven't done a video on this in a long time, and I no longer work at the Chrysler dealership, so I can't do another video until I run into this. But these are the tools that you would use if you were changing out the cylinder heads on a 3.6 liter V6 out of like a Jeep, Dodge Ram, Chrysler Town & Country, etc., etc. So this is the toolkit, the special toolkit that we use all the time. It is made by, looks like GoGag, and the one that we get that we utilize at the dealership is been rebranded, of course, probably by Snap-on. So Snap-on sells a tool to Mopar, and we go onto the Mopar website and purchase Snap-on tools, and they sell us these kits. This kit is absolutely identical to the same exact kit that we used at the dealership for the 3.6 liter. So this is definitely my number one. This is one tool that I know I'm going to need here very, very soon. A lot of people are going to start running out of warranty, and they're no longer going to qualify for the coverage of being able to replace a head gasket or cylinder head or whatever. So definitely on my number one right there. Let's check out tool number two. I'm going to scroll down really fast. I had quite a bit here. This is another one that I was looking at. I don't know if you guys saw the price of the Pentastar kit, but it comes in at $259.90. Again, I'll put all the links down in the description if you guys want to check them out before, during, or after the video, whatever. But this next piece is a 13-piece, they call it a poly drive, and you'll find this on like Nissan flywheel bolts, sometimes Audi, maybe BMW. I don't know. I haven't seen it on BMW just yet. I haven't taken a transmission off of a BMW. But I've definitely seen it for the Audi cylinder head bolts. I've seen it for the flywheel bolts on the backs of Nissans. And this is called a poly drive. I refer to it as a spline drive. It's not quite a Torx bit. It has its own specific shape. And if you use the wrong socket, you're going to fuck shit up. So, poly drive. Definitely on my needs list. So I have that set up there on my wish list. The third item, let me scroll down here. It's got a load. You guys are seeing all kinds of goody tools right now that we're going to talk about tonight. It's a timing chain holder made by OTC. This is for the 5.7 liter Hemi. Basically, it holds the timing chains and everything together and still, so you don't have to worry about losing your timing marks or anything like that. So you can do a cylinder head job or two cylinder heads or whatever, rebuild the top end of the Hemi. So I've got that on my number three. Definitely want to get that. Not like right now, but down the road, soon enough. Another one is I've been starting to suggest to the shop owner and a good friend of mine, and I'd like to start rebuilding rear ends at work for Chrysler products to come in, because I do have a little bit of experience with that. So I decided to start stepping up the tool game with that. So one of those tools you're going to find on like Dodge Ram 1500s. You might even see them on Jeep Wranglers and things like that. This is the differential bearing preload wrench. You got to stick this through the axle tube, and you can loosen the bearings up and tighten them and so forth to change the preload setting and whatever on the rear axle. So OTC makes it $48.05. Not a bad deal. So definitely on my needs / wish list. Another one, I actually have already accomplished it. I didn't want to delete it though. I wanted to show you guys because I have purchased this specific test light or circuit tester made by OTC, recommended to me by Scanner Danner, and I own it. I have it at work now, and I use it, and I absolutely love this test light. Love everything about it. There is another one. I don't think it shows it specifically in this package. This might be, I'm pretty sure this is the exact same one that I ordered. At any rate, you see where the needle goes? Well, there's a threaded adapter that goes onto it that clips on to the circuit that you're trying to test. So if you have to back pin probe something, let me grab a Craftsman version of what this OTC product is. So they're almost identical. Let me grab it real quick. So here I have in my hand a Craftsman version of what I'm talking about. So it's the test light. You can see right here there's a little tiny boot and a little alligator clip. You thread that on. You can put a back pin through the connector and clamp onto it. And if you're the only one cranking and you're testing, you can crank while you're looking and observing the light going on and off. So, best test light in the market for sure. So that was another one that I had put on my wish list and I've already purchased. Simple enough, cheap enough, why not? $18.63. And like I said, when I purchased this product, I've seen the same thing that you guys saw, which is it just had a needle, and I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, run it, send it. And they sent it to me with the alligator clip coming with it, and I was like, that's freaking cool. So I was excited. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. Not bad for 18 bucks. Another one is the OTC Trans Engine Oil Pressure Tester. The reason why I like this kit is because it has a dual purpose. I can test pressure at the transmission as well as at the engine and find out what pressure I'm at. Comes with 2 gauges and all the adapters that you're going to need, versus having to buy one specifically for trans and one specifically for the engine, and having 2 kits and 2 blow molded cases taking up extra room. Just one blow molded case, 2 gauges, and a bunch of adapters that are going to be universal and fit dang near anything. So that is definitely on my need/wish list. Another item here that I'm looking to get because I'm unsure of what style of rear end this is, but if it's the one that I'm thinking, I think it's a Dana 44, I don't know. But I have the rear axle housing spreader tool right here. It looks almost the exact same as the one that we had at the dealership. Basically, you thread the 2 fasteners on that you see on the tool into the axle housing itself, and then you turn the nut and it opens the inside of the rear axle housing, allowing you to put the carrier bearing and carrier assembly back into the rear end. So a little bit on the costly side, so I'm not in a huge hurry, but $396.68, you're going to end up spending a little bit more than the average when it comes to specialty tools. So that's definitely on my need/want list. Another tool that I was thinking about was for bearing separation. It's a clamshell puller or single pressure beam bearing splitter set. I was looking at this, and for $148.12, that's not a bad price. I don't have any personal experience with utilizing anything outside of Snap-on when it comes to clamshell pullers, so I couldn't give you a strong opinion about how the OTC one's going to hold up or how the Harbor Freight one's going to hold up. All I could say is that I'm not looking at Harbor Freight for something like this. I'm looking at OTC, and OTC's made a lot of tools for the industry over the years. Like I said, a very good company, but you're going to pay the extra added cost. Another one I was thinking about was almost like fugitively speaking, would be like a smoke leak detection unit or some kind of leak detection tester. So I saw this one made by, I think it's X Gizmo AutoTool, and it comes with some adapters, some plug-offs that I was telling you guys about, and the top 10 weird things that I've collected over the years. A hook, so you can hang it from the hood Obviously the tube that provides the smoke, looks like a couple of adapters and the electrical cables that go with it. So the reason why I decided to go with possibly purchasing this one and adding this one to my wish list is the one that I use at work right now on Amazon comes in at around $1,000. This one is $316.99. Looks like it serves the same purpose. So I'd be curious to not only purchase this product, but do a review on it later down the road. So I've got that in the think tank and definitely added it to my list. Another one I've been thinking about getting, because I have the flare nut crow's feet, but I don't have any flare nut wrenches, and it's not always feasible to fit a ratchet or an extension or a crow's foot into a specific area for power steering line. So I thought about just getting a complete wrench set, SAE and metric, and at $44.67, it's a Craftsman 9-piece set. Why not? I mean, they cover everything from basically 9 to 21 on the metric side, so I had to add that to my wish list. Something I'm thinking about, and you know, with Amazon Prime 2-day shipping, why not? Another thing that I was looking at, and these looked pretty unique, and I really like unique tools. This is made by Gearwrench, and they cover 9 through 21 as well, except for they have a flex head kind of feature to them. And I thought, you know what? That covers a lot of the sizes that I would use metric-wise. And, you know, most modern-day cars are coming in at metric. I might actually would rather spend a little bit more money and purchase this unique set, because I love unique tools, especially if they can help me get the job done quicker, faster, easier, without the extra added cost of a headache. Why not? $77.90, not a bad deal in my opinion. Another thing that I thought looked pretty unique, and I'm not a huge fan of OEM tools, but you guys got to check these things out. So it comes with, it's not quite a universal, it's more just like a flexible 3/8 drive adaptive kind of a socket extension or whatever you want to call it on the end of it. But they cover, looks like 8 through possibly 19 millimeter. Yeah, 19 millimeter, 6-point. I thought that was great. I think that's a pretty cool tool, and it's very unique. It's got a lot of, I could just see a lot of uses out of something like that. Especially since, how many times have we had a crow's foot and you put, what's the shortest extension you have? You know, a 1-inch or a 3-inch? And this will give you about a 1/2 inch. So maybe you only have enough room for that 1/2 inch nub plus the width of your ratchet head, and that's all the room you got. And maybe these work out great, I don't know. If you guys own them, let me know in the comments, but I'm telling you, this looks pretty unique. I had to add this to my wish list, especially since they're only $58.36. So I'm gonna keep that one in the think tank for sure. Another thing that I've been interested in getting, and it's because my buddy Shane at work, he's got the Cornwall version of a 1/2 inch Stubby impact gun. And let me tell you, if I don't have to remove a radiator or a front core support or something like that in order to get a harmonic balance bolt off, then I don't want to. And I'll borrow that thing and use it. And that thing is just keeps busting and busting and taking stuff off and putting stuff on, and it's been great. So I really think that the rebrand company is Chicago Pneumatic, because this has a lot of the same features that the Cornwall one has. Only the Cornwall one is obviously blue. So I put this on my wish list, and for 125 bucks, that beats $250. You know, $250 to $300 for the Cornwall version. So why not? So added that to the wish list. Something I'm thinking about. Something that I have purchased at least a few of, and I have a couple left, are these wobbles. It's great for hoses. So if you got an air hose and an air tool and you can't get a straight shot and the hose is all over the place, you get these little adapters. You put the adapter on the tool and then you put your air fitting on the other end, and it lets you go all over the place, and you don't have to worry about the hose standing way up. You can just fold it over, flip it over one way to the X, you know, whatever, to get it out of the way. It's just perfect. A perfect little feature to add to your air tools, especially if you're using air tools all the time. I myself use cordless most throughout the day, but there are certain times that I do have to use air pneumatic, and when I do, I love having this adapter. So I put that on there for you guys, but I actually own these adapters. They've been great. They've held up great. I have purchased ones from Cornwall as well in the past, but it's the same thing, and I think I saved like $5 or $4 on buying the adapter online. So something else that I've had in the past, I did have a snap-on battery tester at one point. I have been getting longer and longer crank times in the morning, so I'm kind of wondering what the status of my battery is currently, but I don't want to spend big money on a battery tester. Cornwall has a battery tester. I think it comes in somewhere just under $300. I think the snap-on one that I have was around $200 or something like that. This one's $54.95, and it looks like it serves the same purpose. Is the battery pass or fail, and how many cold cranking amps do I have? If it has any other features after that, I don't know. Maybe it'll show me, you know, what my alternator charging output is, or what the starter drop is. I don't know. If it doesn't, I'll use a DVOM. But what I want to know is pass or fail, what's the battery percentage like, and how many CCAs do I have? So I thought for $55, it didn't look like a half bad tool. Another thing, because I've been working on a lot of diesels lately, is I thought about this. It's for the Ford 6-liter diesel. It's the IPR socket, or injection pressure regulator. So I thought it'd be a good idea to start stacking up on the diesel tools a little bit. So I looked at this, and for $16.75, I'm like, whatever. It's going to be needed. I'm going to use it. I'm going to need it, so I'll put it in my wish list. Another thing also for the 6-liter was the air tool testing fitting for the high pressure oil system. So you get a couple of fittings, a couple different air chucks, and some pipe thread tape. So that's pretty cool. $49.90 though for those two specific fittings, two different sizes. Another tool that I actually did buy because I needed it for a transmission job that I was doing, or it was a clutch job, was on a Dodge Cummins, and I had to pick up this special guy. So I picked this one up for $60 and had it in 2 days. Was able to get the job done, saved the day. Made by OTC. I love it. It works great. I know that Blue Point also makes this tool, but OTC, man, this thing works great. I'll show you guys in another video later down the road, but I do actually own this tool. Just wanted to throw that up there because I'm slowly getting the things that I can afford when I can afford them on my wish list. I don't try to buy everything at once. Another thing that I added to the wish list, because I already own it and I wanted to share it with you guys, is the Gearwrench Serpentine belt tool. This thing will just save you so much headache, man. So much headache. This tool is by far one of my favorite tools in my toolbox. I use this thing for everything. They also give you 3 crow's feet. They give you 3 adapters for 3/4 inch, half inch, 3/8. And they give you sockets ranging from, I don't know what it is, like 12 to 18 or something like that. I don't remember. But they give you some pass-through sockets too, so that's something else to think about. This is like a multi-tool, right? Not only are you getting a ratchet wrench, but it's a pass-through ratchet wrench with other adapters and crow's feet attached to it, and you get an additional bar that goes into the other end of it that you can utilize for more leverage. So, multi-tool set right here. And for $41.99, all day long, man. All day long. You guys, if you don't already have that, you need to get it. Alright, the last tool that I'm thinking of getting, but it's on the spendy side, and again, it's going to be one of the last things that I think about getting, is the Triton V8 tool repair kit for the spark plugs. So it comes with the drill, the tap, the video that shows you how to do it. Looks like a little vacuum deal there or whatever, maybe pressure, some kind of pressure thing that it comes with. But I guess it shows you how to actually use it, and I've never utilized this kit before. I have done spark plug tune-ups on Triton V8s, and I've tried like PB Blaster and slightly tightening and then going to loosen. I've never broken one. I've only done 2 tune-ups on these Triton V8s, so it's just a matter of time before I need this kit. So I put it on the back burner. The shop has one, so I don't need it, but it's something to think about for down the road, especially if you ever decide to own your own shop or whatever. So definitely putting that in the think tank. Alright guys, that's all I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed today's content. If you did, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. Comment down below about any of these tools. If you have questions about them or any of the ones that I said that I've already purchased, I'll put links to all these tools down in the description for you guys. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. Cheers to those of you that have your beers. We'll see you next time. Deuces.